In high-profile bombings or attacks like the Lockerbie disaster or Malaysia Airlines Flight 17, investigators reassembled the wreckage in order to map out how the explosion ripped through the aircraft, and also to look for telltale signs like impacts from high-energy fragments or micro-pitting of nearby surfaces. In some of those cases, investigators also detected residue from the explosives used in the attacks, but those residues were then only one component of the evidence. However, as the BEA points out in its comments, the explosive residue supposedly found on some of the victims in this case was the only real evidence that the EAAID had of an intentional explosion. Very little wreckage was recovered from the Mediterranean seafloor, including almost none of the aircraft's structure, so it wasn't possible to reassemble it and look for patterns of explosion damage. Damage to pieces of fuselage skin, like outward curling, doesn't mean anything unless those pieces are properly reassembled, because wreckage can get crumbled in all kinds of ways during a crash, and only the full pattern then tells you anything meaningful. And on top of this, the forensic reports didn't describe any high-energy impacts or micro-pitting found. But most importantly, the cockpit voice recording completely lacked the telltale sounds associated with an explosion.